What is Sydney Sweeney, the actress's current energy? What is Sydney Sweeney, the actress's current energy? Do you even see me that way? I think we should slow down. I am manifesting you. I can't read that. I can't read that, but you know, gossip only hurts. And I miss you. Do you? Okay. I feel like this has something to do with her partner, the person she's in a relationship with. I feel like she feels undervalued, not just in her relationship, but also when it comes to her career. I feel like her self-esteem is being tried heavily at this time. I think that she's thinking about, with this I am manifesting you card, I feel like it has something to do with her career. I feel like she's currently trying to work on something. I don't know if she has a movie coming out, but I think she's currently, you know, working on something here. And I think it's something big too. I think it, or it could be just press. But I do think that she's actively seeking more work. But with this, I think we should slow down and do you even see me that way? And sex with you and gossip only hurts. I feel like it has something to do with her connection with the person that she's dating. I know his name is Scooter Braun, and the streets don't like Scooter Braun. The streets don't like Scooter Braun. Apparently he's a bad individual, and so, but with this gossip only hurts more. I feel like people are in her ear when it comes to not even just him. It's like people love telling this woman what to do, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all. It's like the critique. Yes, it makes her feel some type of way, but it just only makes her want to rebel more. I have to say, it just only makes her want to go against the grain even more. She doesn't like being told what to do, especially not by the public. And when it comes to her career, I feel like she wants to be an actor so bad that she's willing to kind of push down these emotions for the bag. I know that she's a Capricorn moon, and that's typically how, you know, Capricorn moon women think. I took a glimpse at her chart before I did the reading, and you know, she's a Virgo sun. She's a Virgo sun, a Capricorn moon. I don't know what her rising is because Astro Charts doesn't have her birth time, but she's a Mars in Scorpio, Venus in Scorpio, Mercury in Virgo as well. I know for her, with all that Virgo, very smart woman, very observant, very studious. I think she's more of an observer first. I think she learns first before she acts upon something. She doesn't give me an impulsive energy at all. As a matter of fact, like I said before, with that Mars and Scorpio, she's very much so like, I'ma just rebel even more. Like you can't necessarily tell me what to do. Like I'm a grown ass woman, you know. That's the energy that, you know, she's giving. But let's see, what's the oh, I'm messy. What was really the relationship between Glenn and her? So what was going on between Glenn and Sydney Sweeney? What was really going on between Glenn Powell and Sydney? You have the most beautiful and purest heart. You, then, blockages, advice, and outcomes. That's not supposed to be there, but we're going to take it since it came out. I get triggered at the thought of you. I'm scared of being vulnerable with you. And walking away from you made me realize how much I love you. I'm cutting you off now. Okay. I think Glenn liked her, but she didn't like him as much as he liked her. I think that in her mind, you know, the touching and the affection was for publicity. And to him, you know, he was just kind of, you know, living in it. Like he was relishing in it. He was like, oh. I got it, like, you know, like I got her, like, or at least it appears that way. Yeah, I think that when it comes to their relationship, I'm gonna ask if they slept with each other, but I think he liked her more than she liked him. don't think that they like remained that much in contact with each other. You know, it was very much so like a hit it and not hit it and quit it, but like on Sweeney's end, on Sydney's end, it was like a, you know, what we did served its purpose, and you know, it's time to move on. Like I'm on to like the next thing. You know, y'all, I kind of like her energy. I kind of like her energy. Like she's not attached to this man. It's not that he did anything wrong. It's just, I think back then, she may have been fairly new to her career. So back then, it didn't take her long to catch on that controversy, you know, is a very lucrative way to make money and to promote a project or a movie. And so I feel like she did use the situation to kind of advertise the movie or project that they were, you know. And I heard that it was a success because of, you know, the whole scandal, and him having to break up with his wife, or girlfriend. I think he was married to the woman. I don't know. But yeah, she didn't like him as much as he liked her. We gonna see, child. Did Glenn and Sydney sleep with each other? Did Glenn and Sweeney's moon card? I don't think so, y'all. Yeah, I don't think so. I think she was put into situations where, like I said, I feel like he would like come on to her, and here she is, kind of looks like her too, her face, and here she is. She like, I'm just trying to get to the bag. I'm doing this for a cause, but it's like, and then she ends up alone. See, look, it's like, you see these two queens? They're like by themselves, like, and they're looking. She's looking at a pinnacle, and she's looking at this cup. She didn't like that man, y'all. She didn't like that man, and she very much so knows what she's doing. You know, being sweet and being. I just heard the word complimenting, like being complimenting. Like she has a way of adjusting to the room. I told you, didn't I tell you earlier? She's very observant, very like she studies. Like she's very good at reading the room, right? One can argue that that's not true because, you know, her ad campaign and the post with her mom and her birthday party. We're gonna get to that. But in a literal sense, like she's very good at like complimenting people, like making people feel safe and heard and not nurtured, but I don't know. She's kind of like relatable in a sense, you know, like a social chameleon. Anyways, especially around men, she does have that seductive energy, like Marilyn Monroe, like. Y'all, she's very much so, you know, she very much so knows what she's doing. And I'm sorry, y'all might not like it. Some of y'all might not like it, but I fully endorse a girly that uses her looks to get what she wants. I completely endorse a girly, as you should. Did they sleep together? I don't think so. I feel like he tried. You know what? Okay, straight to saying, it was after his wife had cut it off with him. That's when he was like, I might as well try to sleep with her because I already lost my wife or I already lost my girlfriend or whatever. Yeah, but she wasn't having it, y'all. She wasn't having it. She would curve this man. He would text her and she'd be like, oh, I can't. Like, I have this, and that to do. And I think while this was going on, she was already seeing somebody as well that she already had a crush on. She was already seeing somebody. Sydney, I'll tell you one thing. She's not a pick-me and she's not desperate. Well, what's the energy surrounding her and Scooter Braun? It's a relationship. What's the energy? What's the real energy surrounding her and Scooter Braun's relationship? I'm sorry for breaking your trust. I know you're lying. See, I knew it. I wish it was less complicated. I'm sorry. I'm still so confused about it all. I've never left anything. I never felt anything like this before. I get triggered at the thought of you, and I don't know how to talk to you. I feel bad for her because he views her as an object. It reminds me of that energy of, you know, once you get a woman, you know, you start pouring out as much emotionally. You stop putting in as much effort once you get the woman. And I feel like she genuinely did fall in love, and he don't put as much effort as he used to, y'all. He You don't put as much effort as he used to. I think, oh my God, I'm saying it. Lord have mercy. Why are you doing this to me, Lord? It's sad because it's like he get on top of her, and it's almost as if she uses sex as a currency when it comes to him. Like, it's like she feels like as long as he gives me attention in that way, she'll take any attention from this man because she likes him. But as long as at least I know that, like, when he's sleeping with me, that, you know, he still cares about me. It's weird. It's giving a little bit of daddy issues. Girl, I think she had both of her parents. I'm not sure, but I could have sworn she had both of her parents, or they did split. I think they did split. I watched like a 2-hour video, a deep dive on this woman. Actually, I'm lying. I didn't watch the whole thing. I got like probably like an hour and a half into it, and then I skimmed past everything. You know, I just wanted to know about her controversies and all that, so I could, you know, do a proper reading. But I think I did see in the video that her parents did split up before she became famous. It's giving a little bit of daddy issues, y'all. It's giving that. And I think she's gonna break up with him, though. I think so. And you know what? One thing I did realize is that y'all see how Sydney didn't get pregnant by that man. They got engaged, but she didn't get pregnant by that man. Very cutesy, very mindful, very demure. And it's like, one thing about a white woman, girl, they not too quick to pop out a child. And that's how you do it. That is how you do it. You know, I actually like her. I like her. Would I be her friend? No. Because, no, I don't trust her. I don't trust her. She gives very much so, I could take your man if I like him that much. She's giving very much so Megan Thee Stallion, Ariana Grande. I would not befriend her. But she should write a damn book. She gives Brittany Renner, you know? She gives the white Brittany Renner. Except she's a lot more smiley and hee, you know? She's a lot more, oh, let's be friends, let's go out to brunch, da-da-da. She's a lot more laid back and chill and very sweet, you know, when it comes to her sneak attacks. You get what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be her friend, and I certainly wouldn't bring my man around her. But she could write a book. She could write a book, you know? Anyways, that's what's going on between them, y'all. It's very toxic. It's very, like, he just views her as an object, and I don't think they're gonna last. I think she's gonna break up with him, but not right now. Not right now. Like, the whole, like, scrutiny has to die down first in order for her to make this move. I don't know why. She feels like in order to leave, like, the scrutiny has to die down. But it's not even just that. She likes him. She actually likes him. She likes this man. So it's gonna take her some time. It's gonna take her some time to break up with this man. Yeah. For the burning question, ooh, she racist. Is Sydney Sweeney racist? We have the star. We have the 10 pentacles. You know what this is giving? I don't even think I need to pull anymore. You know what this is giving? This is giving... I'm sorry, y'all. It's giving typical white girl. Like, typical full-bred white girl. Like, a white girl that's out of touch. A white girl that's kind of out of touch. That doesn't really necessarily understand a world outside of her own. Does that make sense? Now, would Sydney Sweeney be marching on the front line? Absolutely not. Will she be screaming Black Lives Matter? Will she be at the protests and things? Absolutely not. She's open to, you know, understanding other perspectives, but it's giving very much so very closed-minded, very naive in a sense. Do I think she's racist? I think her family is. I think that she was taught some certain ideals about Black people, but again, but I don't think that she's like fully racist. No, like, she just, I'm sorry, she just gives white girl. And what I mean by white girl is, you know, what I notice it, especially with most American white women that are young, they don't understand. They're out of touch, is basically what I'm trying to say. They're out of touch. I had the privilege of participating in a panel with a couple of white girls, and just the way they were talking, it's like, okay, you're out of touch with reality. And I had to set them straight. I was like, listen, like, one of the prompts was, because I did a panel for a Jubilee, and one of the prompts was, do you think that Jesus will participate in the BLM movement? And then one of the girls was like, no, because, and she started talking about, you know, the scandals when it comes to the founders behind the BLM movement. And I'm just like, girl, I don't think that's what the question was asking. I think what the question was asking was, do you think that Jesus will partake in social justice affairs? And of course she took that route. And that girl, that specific girl that brought up the scandals with the BLM movement, she sat and she talked to me, and I picked it up immediately with her and her friend. They're racist as hell. They're racist as hell. I can tell that you don't like me. I can tell that you have these preconceived notions about me, and I don't understand for the life of me why are you in my face. And I was just sitting here minding my own business by myself, saying to myself, it's so weird. And so it's like, I think with Sydney, she's an American white girl, and she's out of touch. Do I think that she's racist? Not really, but I do think that she was taught certain ideals. I think she was taught to believe certain things about other races of people, and I think she was taught to understand that she did have good genes, you know, so to speak, that she was the prize, that she was, you know, at the top of the social hierarchy because she was white. You get what I'm saying? I do think that, and that's what I see being instilled in her in these cards when it comes to her family. They instill in her that you're white and that you can do certain things that other people cannot do. So she's aware. She's aware. But do I think she's racist? No, not really. Not really. I mean, it can, one wrong move, I would say, it could so easily turn into racial, you know, sort of rhetoric real quick. You know, it's like she's in between worlds right now. You know what I'm saying? But I don't see her dating a black man. No, that's not her type. The cards clearly showed me white men only. Does she feel exploited by Hollywood? Does she actually feel exploited by Hollywood? 8 of Coins. 9 of Swords. The Emperor. I think she does. And I think that at one point, this did keep her up at night. This did give her stress. But she feels like, the bag. I'm accomplishing my dream. The bag. I mean, if this is the way, then so be it. That's what she feels like. That's what she feels like. It's earning me money. It's earning me success. So I think she does have attempts. Her attempts to try and take control of the narrative is her attempts of trying to make peace with herself and her predicament in life right now and where her career is at and her image. I feel like y'all should go easy on old girl when she tries to take control of the narrative, when she tries to, you know, change the narrative, because it's not just about, I have to say with Sydney, it's not just about marketing and publicity stunts. No, she's actively trying to fight with her self-image and how she views herself. Like, it's not just about how other people view her, it's how she views herself, and she's trying to, you know, kind of rise above it when she, you know, makes statements along the lines of an attempt to take control of the narrative. You know, she's fighting with herself and her identity and almost questioning what she stands for. I tell you that much, when she dreamed of being an actor, she didn't dream of this. She didn't dream of the whole sex symbol. She didn't, honestly, I honestly feel like she genuinely does not align with that persona. But people pushed it on her, and it pays the bills. I will say, thank God, with Sydney Sweeney, I feel emotions. I feel very strongly about this, actually. I'm shocked. I feel very, I feel invested, I must say. Does she like, well, that's a stupid question. Does she like being sexualized by the public? No. Yeah, when it comes to whole, and y'all, when men make advances at her, they say the most nastiest, disrespectful things. And I'm talking about in person. I'm not talking about online. I feel like in person it's worse, because she can't just turn off her phone, or she can't just scroll past something. No, like, she has to deal with the awkwardness of people just being weird and creepy. And it's like, have y'all ever been in that situation, ladies, where you get catcalled or somebody's just being creepy with you, like, in person? It's like you're trying to figure out, okay, I don't want to make no sudden moves because I don't know what this person's gonna do. Like, I need to go about this very smoothly, and I need to get the fuck away as soon as possible. It's like that. It's like, yeah, she she don't like that. But again, it's like whatever pays the bills, whatever pays the bills. If I have to play into that narrative of I'm just this sex symbol, I mean, whatever pays the bills. And she trusts herself to kind of think of a way to change the narrative as she goes. That's cool. Sydney, is her success, oh, okay, this is a question for God. Is her success setting women back? Is her success setting the diaspora of women back? We have the King of Pentacles. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Page of Swords. Okay, God is saying, okay. Yeah. God is saying that men are going to continue to be men. As long as we all have free will on this earth, men are going to continue to be men. But he is saying that, you know, social cues and hierarchies and social constructs are going to change over time. I did want, okay, so when I was going to do a Diddy reading after that documentary dropped, but I never did it. I had my questions written down and everything, but I also wanted to explain how that documentary was going to shift. I honestly feel like that documentary kind of explained how we were going to transition into a matriarch. And I honestly feel like we are transitioning into a matriarch. And for that reason, the answer is no, because we are shifting into a more woman-centered world, and men are always going to be men, is what God is saying. So there's no such thing as of now. There's no such thing of women being set back. We're being set forward. And Sydney Sweeney, and even if we are being set back, Sydney Sweeney can't do that alone. Sydney's image and recognition cannot do that alone. They're gonna need multiple Sydneys, is what God is saying, to set women back. And that just proves my point, because I recently did a reading on Iran, and I told y'all in that reading, I said Spirit doesn't like how Iranian women are being treated there. And Iranian women were in the street celebrating their leader's death. And I was like, I had no idea all of this was going on in Iran. A woman got killed for not wearing her hijab. And I think it was 2014. I was like, I had no idea this was going on. And I was like, are y'all serious? And it's like, I'm so grateful. As much as I don't like this country, I'm so grateful. We have to take for granted. We take for granted the amount of freedom that we have here. Anyways, I'm off topic. But yeah. That's my answer, y'all. Spirit is saying that, you know, the only way is up when it comes to women. And, you know, I'm grateful. Thank you, God. How do Sydney's parents feel about her reputation? How do Sydney Sweeney's parents feel about her reputation? I might be running with my soul with you only. I'm cutting you off for now. You, them, blockages, and advice and outcomes. They're not happy. They're not happy. Somebody is like, I just heard somebody's like, where did my little girl go? Where has my little girl gone? They're not happy. They're happy of, you know, what she could do for them financially. I do feel like she's helping them out financially, but they're like, at what cost? It's very painful for them to see her being sexualized the way she is. And I feel like it has something to do with like the male figures. Even her mom too. I do think that her mom is a little tiny bit uncomfortable, but not as much as the male figures in her family. But everybody, they're not happy. They're like, they even feel guilty about spending the damn money, y'all. They feel guilty. They're like, somebody feels like, are we pimping out our daughter, or are we pimping out our like relative? Like they feel bad for spending the money. And somebody feels like, oh, she does it for us. Somebody feels like they do it for her. I mean, she does it for them. Yeah. And there's a card that came out. I've been watching your social media. They might keep tabs on her on social media. And I don't follow her, and I don't look at her Instagram, but you tell me, like, is her pictures like less revealing on Instagram? I think that that's something that they're more comfortable with looking at when they're keeping up with her, is her Instagram, because her Instagram is a lot more tame. current energy surrounding her and Zendaya. Now, I heard y'all that Zendaya don't like her and don't want to do press with her because she was flirting with Tom, and because, you know, her Trump endorsement and all that, and Sweeney's, you know, racist allegations. So we're gonna see what's going on with that, y'all. And I'm gonna conclude the reading, okay? Because I've been on here for a while now. What's the current energy surrounding her and Zendaya's relationship? What's really going on? I want you. The fuck? I'm just playing. let's get more. I am terrified and I worry about us a lot. Wrongful advice. I am manifesting you. Do you even see me that way? Y'all, this is weird. I think they have an admiration for each other, you know, and not like romantically. Y'all, does Zendaya like girls? I never actually done a reading on Zendaya. Maybe I should this month. I already have so many readings to do this month. I don't know. I'll write her down though. Does Zendaya like girls, y'all? I'm not surprised if she does. I'm not surprised. I have so much desire for you. Da, da, da. I think that they have respect for each other. I think that they get along pretty well. Do I think that there's some animosity here? I think with this I worry about you, I worry about us a lot card, I think that is Sydney's energy towards Zendaya. And also the press for Euphoria, the next season. I want to ask, are Sydney and Zendaya actually in conflict with each other? I don't think so. No. You know what? I think somebody is distancing themselves from her, and I think somebody is distancing themselves. And I think this is Sydney's energy. Why do I keep saying Sweetie? I might as well. Y'all, I'm sorry. I can't pronounce that woman's name to save my life. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know. It's all, every time I talk, it sounds like I got like a lump of fucking peanut butter on my tongue. I don't know what's going on, y'all. I don't know. Is it the retrograde? The Mercury in retrograde? I don't know. I don't know what's happening. But I think that Zendaya is dealing with her own shit, and she's distancing herself from Sweetie. Yeah, I'm just call her Sweetie. Fuck it. She's distancing herself from Sweetie. So but I don't know why though. Why is Zendaya distancing herself from Sydney? I think Zendaya is going through something. Yeah, I think she's going through something. I don't know why I get a death in the family. Like, I don't know why I get death. Like, I don't know. Did somebody of Zendaya did somebody recently pass away when it comes to Zendaya's family, or like, I don't know, or maybe a dog, a pet, I don't know. I get death though, like, but yeah, she's distancing herself. All right, last question is, was she flirting with Tom Holland? Like, was Sydney trying to flirt with Tom Holland? I honestly feel like Zendaya distancing herself from Sydney wasn't because of her. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. Was Sydney trying to flirt with Tom Holland? Was Sydney trying to flirt with Tom Holland? I think she was getting friendly. I think she was getting a little friendly. But it was because she could. Like, it's not because she likes him. It's because she could. Listen, I told y'all, these are the type of women that you don't bring around your man. She's the type of woman that will try and butter him up because she can, as an ego boost. She might not even like your man. So you broke up with a nigga. You broke up with a nigga whole time that the girl that was trying to scoop him up didn't even like him. She just tried to butter him up because she could. Yeah, see, we can't be friends, Sydney. We can't be friends. Ariana entered the chat. Was she trying to flirt with Tom? I mean, she was getting friendly. Like I said, she was getting friendly. She just, it's like a kind of like a similar to a microaggression. It was like very much so like you did something, and then when I confront you about it, you're like, what? Like, it was just an innocent gesture. Like, what do you mean? Like, it's like that. It's like, ugh. Is that why Zendaya is distancing herself from Sydney? The Ace of Cups. Yes, but also something else. Y'all see this dove? I feel like they're like, it's something like a memorial or a memoriam, or yeah, something else. Like something like Zendaya is going through something else. I don't know what this is. But I'll leave this here, and I hope you enjoyed the reading, okay? I'll see you next time. Bye.